Today on Jazz Connect, we're going to talk about music. Old school versus new school. Give me your opinions. This is a battle between today's music and old school music. Your views. Call me up. Send me your letter. I got a viewer letter on the computer. I'm going to read off to you guys. And you give me your thoughts and your opinions. Just hit me up with a Jazz Connect. Starting up right now. Well, of course, viewers, I'm back. Of course, you know, in the first episode, the past two episodes, I told you to go ahead and email me, call in, and tell me what topics you have a concern about, what things you want my advice on, and what you personally have on certain views and issues. Well, today, I got a letter from one of my loving viewers and fans, and they had a question for Jazzy J. I'm going to read you guys the letter, and then I'm going to discuss the letter, and you go ahead and call in and tell me what you think about her issue that she has. And it's going to be based on music because that's what the topic of the show is about today. We get topics based off of what you send in, so the topic of the show today is music. So let's get started. Dear Jazzy J, hey, I'm writing you today with an issue. It isn't a personal issue, but the problem is something I know many people have and continue to debate on. That is today's music and its influence over younger generations. See, I'm an early 80s baby and grew up to music of several different artists and genres. I have seen the transformation of mainstream music such as hip hop, pop, rock, and R&B. Back then, although many artists did have dance music and also vulgarity, they still were in a diverse group of artists who send a positive message to the youth today. Nowadays, it seems as if most artists mainly promote sex, drugs, and violence in their music. And let's not forget the many recopied dance craze songs made popular by artists such as Soulja. It's Soulja Boy. I think she left that part out, okay. I feel everyone has the right of expression, but however, what happened to performers taking steps to make clean music with a positive message? What do you think of mainstream music today? Signed, an anonymous viewer. Well, that's a good question. My personal view on music is I love old school music. That's my personal opinion. But I feel at the same time, all music has a message within it. It is sad to say that today's music does seem to mimic each other and take same styles from other artists and remake songs over and over again, such as dance craze songs. I personally am not a fan of that. However, I do love music, and I feel that music is an international language. Everyone unites through music. No matter what place you come from, you unite through music. But I understand where you're coming from. The mainstream artists today do seem to send a sexual and violent message to today's youth, and it seems like it's becoming overpopulated today. And there's lack of diversity, and there's lack of different talents to say, hey, you don't have to always listen to this kind of music. Why not take a chance and listen to this kind of music? It seems as if the media don't take the time to, let's say, push both styles in television and in people's faces. So I feel that, this is for my viewer and this is for anybody who has a question of music. I feel that everyone has their right to express their self. However, it's important that everyone know that there's children that watch your music and listen to your music and watch your videos, and it's important for you to know the difference between making music and just completely forgetting about sending a good message. It's just like every song doesn't have to have an F-bomb in it. Every song doesn't have to have the S-word in it. Why can't we all come together and make music that's for everyone? I'm all for artists having the right of expression, and having sexual expression, I mean, it is a part of life. I'm not gonna say that, oh, that's just something we should be banned for, because that wouldn't be me, and that wouldn't be real. And on the Jazzy J show, on the Jazz Connect, everything that I say is how I truly feel. I personally think that music needs to stop for a minute and go back to its history and reverse the steps in which we have come to. It's important for us to see and understand where we come from so we can have a better future. Because if I feel, and I agree with the viewer, if we continue down this path where all we talk about is sex, violence, and drugs, we're not going to get anywhere for today's youth. The youth of today looks up to people such as Usher, Lady Gaga, and all of other artists that continue on to sing and create music. I'm a fan of some of them, but personally, since I'm 20 years old, I know that the things that they say that they do, such as rap artists, the things that they say they do, I know they don't actually do. So I wouldn't want to follow their steps, because I don't believe half the things that they say in their music. I believe it. I like some of the songs. I like the beats. I'm not going to sit there and say like I don't like the beats. But I feel that we all need to take a moment and really think when we listen to the music, because all music has a certain feel to it. All music gives you a certain feeling. Like if you're tired and relaxing, you'll put on some Patti LaBelle and you'll relax, listen to the R&B music. If you're feeling all hardcore and everything, you'll put on your hardcore music. But it's important for us to know that this generation is missing a diversity of artists who give you hardcore music, and then you have your calm, relaxing, smooth music. And I think that's most important. That's the most important thing that we're missing right now. So I'm waiting for a caller to call in. Tell me how you feel about it. The number, you know, of course, phone right here. I'm waiting for my viewer to call my phone anytime. And you just go ahead and you write me under my page on my YouTube and tell me what you think of today's music. Because personally, I feel, deep down inside, I feel that the message in music today could be way better than what it is right now. It seems like there's been a transformation, and that's a part of history, period. No matter where you come from, everything transformed, everything develops. But I feel like music has dumbed down a bit and has converted itself from being something where you express and speak the truth to creating a fantasy world and making people believe things that aren't necessarily real or true for the youth. And when you're a kid and you're listening to that or you're seeing that on TV, you have an idea that maybe this is what really goes on in life. But it's time for us to reflect that and try to learn and realize the truth in life and in music in general. So I love R&B music. I listen to pop music, and I feel like everyone has their own diversity in their songs. But it is hip hop music. There's several hip hop songs and hip hop music, and even R&B songs where they just seem to push the issue of sex, and I feel like we don't have to keep on pushing that in every song. Why can't we talk about other things besides that? Why do we have to push violence and misogyny into the views of television? And I understand many artists say, hey, your parents is responsible for what your child see on TV. However, in today's age, a child can go to a computer like that. Even if a parent say, no, you're not allowed to watch that, they'll see it and they're influenced by you guys. So it's important for everyone to see a point of view and meet somewhere in a medium and say, hey, I'll put the effort into it. Why not? If you put the effort into it, why can't I put the effort into it? So Jazz is just going to sit here. I'm waiting for a caller. Please call my number and we can have a nice long chat about today's music. All right. Thank you. Call me up. Looking for a caller right now. Hit up my station and give me your view of today's music. Just waiting for caller number 1. Let's see if anybody hits me up. The Jazz Connect. And while we're waiting, let some music play. Some mainstream music. Usher. DJ Falling in Love. Look like we got a caller. Call this guy. Let's see who this is. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. You just called the Jazz Connect?
Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. Calling my number. We're talking about music today on the Jazz Connect. You calling in? You have your own opinion?
Yes, I'd like to say that the reason why the mainstream music is the way it is today is because that's what's popular now. Eventually, when I get unpopular, they have to change back up.
So you feel that music is something that's going to continue to evolve?
Yes.
Evolve and change. What do you think of today's music compared to old school music?
What I think is that that's in the past. It's concentrated on what's in the present. You still got your old school CDs and stuff that they can listen to. But nowadays, the kids will hear something different, something brand new.
So do you think that do you think that the influence today of artists singing of like vulgarity, sex, violence, and stuff like that, do you think that affects the youth today, or do you feel like it's the parents' fault that their kids respond to such music, or is it no one's fault? It's just freedom of speech, and we have to learn how to teach our children right from wrong.
It's terrible. It's no one's fault. It's just rappers, singers, R&B artists. They all do say the things in their songs because that's what's popular right now. That's cool. That's what the kids want to hear. That's what they like get down to.
But how do you know what the kids want to hear? Like if for instance, people create music, but who says that, okay, you have to talk about sex and vulgarity? I don't think a child should choose and pick who they should be listening to. That their music sounds too mature for their age. I feel like they shouldn't have a choice whether to listen to it or not. I feel like the parents should make a choice whether they should hear it or not. But at the same time, I feel like there needs to be at least a diversity of message through that music, you know?
There's diversity. You got like some artists that sing about positive things. Some artists also sing about positive things, just hidden within all the other cursing and whatnot. Take artists like Eminem. He says a lot of crazy stuff, but within all that crazy stuff, you can pick out a couple of positive messages.
But when the negative outweigh the positive, then what? What do you do? What do you build off of? If the negative overshadows the positive, or if you hear more vulgarity than you even hear the good part, you're gonna miss the good part. If majority of the song is saying F that, hit her, be whatever, you know? What do we do as a people to show that we should like try to change the views of music and the way that it's being distributed and being sent out to the youth?
That's the thing. I don't think there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait it out. Wait till that gets old and let the game change and people prefer different types of music.
I feel like... Go ahead.
Yes?
Yes, you can continue. Continue speaking.
Like, right now, sex, money, girls, that's like what music like revolves around. Depending on what type of music you listen to. There's also different types of music. Like, let's say a parent don't want their child listen to 50 Cent. They can listen instead to Nas or somebody. It's different artists. It's still diverse. Yes, the vulgarity, the cursing, the negative outweighs the positive.
So what do you think? So what do you think about the letter that my viewer has sent me? That I noticed you heard because I had read it off because obviously you called today. What do you think of that letter and what she had to say?
I think that she just have to just wait it out. And if she does have a daughter or a son, just teach their kid the right thing and just like send them out to the world. Not everybody follows the music that they hear. Now you can have a person listen to a bunch of cuss words in their music and not act anything like that in the real world. It's like that type of music. So
I could totally understand. I absolutely understand and agree with what you have to say. I feel that everyone has their opinion, and I feel that it's important for all of us to learn and to grow listening to music as people. And I feel that the person that sent me that letter might have had a voice of concern. 100% she has a right to have a voice of concern. But I feel that she has to also see that music and things like that evolves. And it's always a continued change no matter what you see or what you hear on television. And that goes for not just music, it goes for TV shows, movies. It's just part of different decades and genres. You know, if you got to talk to this viewer that sent me the letter today, what would you say to her? What would you say to her about her opinion on the music today? What would you say?
Man, all that I can really say to her is that people have different tastes in different things. The thing, like, she might not want to hear that in her today's music, but if she don't want to hear it, she can choose not to listen to it. But other people that do want to hear it, they're going to choose to listen to that. As long as that stay popular, we will keep listening to it. Eventually, there'll be like a new rapper, a new pop star that completely change everything. And you start listening like, be something completely different. 10 years from now, you have someone else. 10 years from now, you have someone else who's young right now, who's going to be older, complaining about the new and improved type of music. That's never going to change.
So it's a cycle, brother. So you're saying that it's something that will never change. You're saying that that's something that will never change. That no matter what decade and age it is, there's going to be always somebody complaining about it.
Yeah, you can't please everybody.
That's a good point. You can't please everybody. But I absolutely...
Some people are going to prefer certain rappers. Some people aren't. Some people are going to prefer certain singers. Some people aren't. It's not like everybody's singing about sex and drugs and money. It's just that those are the ones that stick out the most because those are the more popular ones.
But it's and I feel you. I absolutely agree. And I think that maybe I could take back what I said. Maybe it's up to us to seek out other artists instead of expecting main media, mainstream people to put out new artists for us. Maybe we should go on the internet and try to check out with this day and age and technology and see what could be of music. So overall, what do you think of my show? And if you got anything else to say, go ahead and add that. I'm going to end the phone call right now. But if you have anything else to say to Jazzy J about the show, any other questions, you could definitely hit me up. What else do you have to say?
I just like to say that I appreciate what you're doing, getting the community involved in this conversation and whatnot, and letting people speak their ideas about it. I also like to say that even though like not everybody's going to be pleased by the music, the point is there's a different. The thing is, music it revolves around the people. When the people start changing, the music will change. When kids start talking about drugs, sex, and money, then the music will change to reflect that.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling my show, and feel free to call the next time. All right, this is Jazz Connect. I'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right.
All right, goodbye. So to conclude this show, basically, what my conclusion of this show is, after having a viewer and a caller, and a viewer call and a viewer email, is that music evolves. We need to get into the evolving situation, but also be smart about what we have our children listen to. That's what I'm going to say. That's the connection on the Jazz Connect, connecting everybody. The connection of music. And overall, I'm about to just end this because I don't know what else to say. But I want to thank all you guys for viewing. Keep on checking out the show. Keep sending me letters. Keep calling my phone. I've got people calling from the dorms trying to call up and stuff and have their opinion on my show. So hit me up. Let me know. And this is it. DJ Jazzy J. Listening to DJ Got Us Fall in Love. Usher. And we out. The Jazz Connect. Much love. LOVE. Love.